I think people say I look a bit like a queen in this outfit, yeah. And people call me Your Majesty. People come up and they curtsy. It's almost like living two lives, really.
Let's commence. I'm Ella Slack, and I'm the Queen's stand-in.
I've done it for over 30 years now. Anything that the Queen does is rehearsed. If it's just going to a town hall or opening a hospital, I've probably been a stand-in Queen, definitely more than 50 times. A stand-in is not a look-alike. I don't look like the Queen, but I'm the same sort of stature and height. I'm about virtually 5 foot. The Queen's about 5'2", but I live at Royal Court, on Queen's Promenade, in Royal Ramsay, in the Isle of Man. And the Queen lives in Buckingham Palace in London. I drive a Ford Ghia automatic car. The Queen has been seen to drive Range Rovers, and most of the time she's in a chauffeur-driven car or in a carriage. Well, it started because I was at the BBC and the producer who was doing the cenotaph came to see me and said that the Queen had sent a message to say when she stood at the cenotaph, the sun was in her eyes. And so could we do anything about it? Well, I said to him, would you like me to come and stand in the position for you? Because all the stage managers were 6-foot men. And then that led on to other things. I went in her royal carriage and rode on the boat up to the Tower of London. And then there will be the state opening of Parliament. I've never been allowed to sit on the throne in the House of Lords. I have to lurk above it. It's a very strict rule. If I'm in a carriage or a car, I will wave, do like that. It's like that, or like that. The events that I've been helping with are events that are transmitted worldwide, and millions of people are going to watch. I look afterwards and watch the programmes going out, and I'll see her there and think, I did it for you.
My name is Cecilia Chan. People said I brought Chinese food to America. Julia Child brought French. Cecilia Chan brought Chinese. This is all my sisters. That's me. In 1959, I came to San Francisco visiting my sister Sophie. She lived at the edge of Chinatown. The first time I noticed the food, I said, is this a Chinese food? My sister said, yes. I look at the menu, chop suey, egg foo young. I'm originally born near Shanghai, and I said, I don't remember we tasted any of this in China. So my sister said, this is American Chinese food. I decided I want to introduce my Chinese food to USA. I opened the Mandarin in 1960. This is Mandarin with the mayor, Masconi. The customer said, oh my goodness, the food tastes totally different. A lot of dishes that we never seen before. We had hot and sour soup. The lettuce cup, the pot sticker, Peking duck. I was the first one served in San Francisco. I didn't create that, but I introduced that to Americans. And now everybody has it. I met Alice one night. She came to the Mandarin, and one thing another. I'm hungry.
I'm Alice Waters, and I'm the owner of Chez Penny's restaurant. I've known Cecilia almost 50 years.
It's done. It's done.
Cecilia's restaurant was incredibly important, and so many people came there and learned and opened Chinese restaurants or taught cooking.
You want the ginger juice. So this way, all the juice come out.
Her food is very delicious. And if it is a little strange, she'll tell you a story about it and you'll want to try it. Every time I have a meal with Cecilia, I learn something.
I don't get all the credit, but I think I did something. People always say, you put this in the menu. I think Americans don't like it. I said, good food is good food. Doesn't matter you are American, I'm Chinese. If you put good food, I think everybody will like it. Don't you see?
I've been told that there's no spot for a woman in this sport. I've been physically assaulted in the cage, but I didn't let any of that stop me. Sometimes the fight is outside of the ring. I'm Squeezie Valentine, and I'm the first and only cut woman in MMA. What we do is we wrap the fighters' hands before they fight, and we take care of them between rounds. If there's any bleeding, we stop it. If there's any swelling, we take it away. Pretty much the Cutman motto is to give them that one round that they needed to win. I saw my first live MMA fight, and it was just such a cool experience, and I wanted to be a part of that arena as much as I could. I talked to the promoter and asked him what jobs there were. He told me that my option was to be a ring girl. I had to wear the tiniest string bikini. It was super uncomfortable to be wearing that in front of all these people. That was not a fit for me. I saw the fighters getting their hands wrapped, and I immediately got butterflies in my stomach, and I knew that was what I was supposed to be a part of. I would drive 60 miles one way to gyms, and I would voluntarily sit there and wrap fighters' hands for their sparring sessions. Just the sacrifice of doing it for so long without getting any income out of it was really, really hard. I was a single mother of 2 young boys and still trying to be a cut woman. Wrapping hands is more than just putting gauze around a hand. If you do not wrap a fighter's hands correctly, then their hands will break. You need to wrap hundreds and hundreds of hands to be considered great. I'd wrap my kids' hands, I'd wrap my parents' hands, I'd wrap my friends' hands. I would wrap as many hands as I could possibly find. It took me years to feel like I got it down. My first paying gig was WSOF, World Series of Fighting, in 2010, after 4 years of doing it for free. In 2014, I was added to the roster of UFC Cutman. UFC is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It is the most famous stage in the world. It's like the Olympics of MMA. And now I travel all over the world being a cut woman for the UFC.
Nice job!
During my journey of being a cut woman, I had a lot of ups and downs. My kids are a huge reason why I do all this. They can see me, not giving up and in the end, hitting my goal. And that's what carried me through 10 years of it. It's just that desire inside of just keep going, keep going. I understand what the fighter has to go through to get into the cage. We both had to fight to get our spot in the ring.
I set the record for the lowest limbo of 8.5 inches in 2010. Very proud of that. My name is Jamaica Campbell, and I am a world-class limbo dancer. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, which is also where limbo dance originated. It was a dance that wakes to symbolize entering from one life to another. Now today is literally everywhere. I got into the art of limbo at the age of 14. My grandmother was a limbo dancer. My mother was a limbo dancer, and it's only right that I'm a limbo dancer. I had to carry on that legacy, not only for my family, but also for my culture as well. Physically, I am very flexible. I do my daily stretches. I can't really feel normal stretches, so I have to create my own to where I would really feel the stretch in my legs. I get a little crazy sometimes, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the limbo queen, Jamaica Campbell!
In order to make it under 8.5 inches, I have to hold my breath in order to contort my body to make it under the bar. At the same time, I have to think about my arms, I have to think about my positioning. I move side to side just to show that I'm still suspended. I start to move actually physically under the bar, and that's pretty much when I'm able to let the air out, and that's when I will get up. It's very, very, very hard to do. The pain that I feel during practicing and pushing myself, that comes with it. But that's one of the things that really drew me to limbo. It was something that I couldn't do easily. I love the challenge. Me making it under this bar perfectly every time, it means the absolute world. I pretty much limbo any and everywhere. I've been on America's Got Talent twice. I've been on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I've been on the Late Late Show with James Corden. When I see people's reactions and how appreciative they are of my ability to do this, it's just amazing. All right. I absolutely love limbo. I love everything about it. People think that limbo is just for fun. For Trinidadians like myself, it's really a big part of our culture. I feel like that's where my job comes in, to really show you this is more than just a fun little activity.